right, hey everybody, it is Dana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so sorry I have been away. We have moved into our brand new home and I've been dealing with some medical issues, but everything is good now. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. So I figured today we will start with a really quick Halloween card. It is upon us. I can't believe that this year is almost over with. So I thought I would share something really cute with you guys. Nothing fancy. So let's go ahead and get started and make something really cute. So I'm using this pretty Doodlebug paper, my absolute favorite. I don't do scary cards, so I do really cute witches. I will have everything that I'm using today down in the description box. I don't do scary. I love making fun, bright, colorful cards. So I'm going to be using this all today in really bright colors. I always start coloring my images. I always match my paper first. And with this, I always pick the colors that I want to use first. And then I match my Copics to it. I hope that makes sense. I don't like to color anything unless I already know what colors I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this paper here because I love those little houses on there. We'll tear that out and I'm going to go ahead and cut that down to the standard size of an A4 card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my cutter and I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that is the standard card size. And I'm just using my Stampin' Up! Cutter for this. Now I'm going to put a little hill in here. I just don't want to keep it. I'm going to make a background, so I'm just going to kind of freehand a little hill. I'm just going to grab my scissors. But you know what? I think maybe I should use a marker first because I don't want it to be all wonky looking. So I'm just going to grab a black marker. Now you guys are probably not going to see this very well, but I'll be able to see it where you guys might not be able to see it on camera. So I'm just going to freehand just a slight line just so I don't go really crooked because I would hate to ruin this pretty paper. Now, you guys know I'm not going to throw that piece of paper away, the top portion of that, because again, it's pretty and I'm not going to waste my supplies. So I'm just going to trim that off and I will put that piece away for another card. So that's my cute little swoop, like a little hill. And now we can go ahead and add some color to this card. So I'm just going to grab some Neenah Solar White paper. This has already been scored down the middle. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold. And this here is the 110-pound weight due to the fact that this is pretty much going to be a flat card. So I'm going to grab my bone folder. And you're going to see that's how I'm going to get my little hill and my witch can fly. See that? So super cute. So that's going to be the pretty background. Now, I need to make sure I grab my Distress inks from this, and I'm also going to use a matte. I'm going to speed this up, but I am going to use my Clarity brushes. Now, if you guys don't have these brushes, let me just explain a little bit of something to you. These brushes are fantastic for color blending. So I'm going to clean my brush off because I do have some residue left over from an earlier project. But these are going to look gorgeous when you go to color blend some of your colors together. It makes your colors go down really easy where you don't have to worry about getting those swirls. So you see, it's just a really clean blend. Now, I ended up getting these from claritybrushes.com, I believe it was. And it takes a little bit of time to get to you because they are from England, but I think you can also find them on Simon Says Stamp. So I went ahead and transitioned over to my orange, and you can see it's seamless. Those two colors are blending together. I just love these brushes, you guys. So I'm going to move on to the Wilted Violet. So the first color was the Twisted Citron, then Carved Pumpkin, and then the Wilted Violet. So you see how easily that blends? Absolutely love these brushes. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that purple. I'm going to bring that in, and now you can see where I get all three shades. Now I want to add just a little bit of more green. Now this is where I'm going to go back to my blending tool, because all of the colors are pretty much blended at this time, and they're kind of like seamless. They go very well together. I just want my green to be a little bit darker, and I'm going to move it up just a little bit more into the orange. So I'm just going to keep looking to see where I need to move that green up. So you can do this as well. You can lay down your first layer very softly with the brush, and then you can come back in with your blending tools. I just want to make sure that green comes up just a tad bit more. All right, now that it is done, I want to add a little bit of water to this project. Now remind you, I did not use watercolor paper, so I'm just spritzing very quickly and dabbing up the water. It's going to give me a little bit of texture. I'm going to raise this up so you can see it. A little bit of texture. And because it's not watercolor paper, I don't want to saturate that paper. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue down my cute little hill. And my hill is nothing but adorable little houses. Halloween houses. So look how pretty that looks, you guys. All those beautiful colors blended rather nicely, if I say so myself. All right, now I'm going to grab over my little witch. How cute is that, you guys? It's adorable. Now we need to go ahead and add a sentiment. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of black cardstock for this, and we're going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. This sentiment is from, I believe this was from a Halloween pack from My Favorite Things. Again, I'll list everything in the description box below. But when you do this, I love mixing my paper with any color pretty backgrounds. So pull out all that paper, because you guys know we have it. Those 6x6 paper pads, you know we have a ton of them. And a lot of people like clean and simple. Now this doesn't have a lot of fuss in it at all. It is rather clean and simple because we don't have a lot of stuff added to this. But we do have nice color. And you guys know me, I love myself some good color. All right, the sentiment is now stamped. I'm going to go ahead and dunk it straight into my white embossing powder because I'm lazy. I'm just going to tap that off. I'm going to flick off some of that extra white embossing powder. And I'm also going to grab my paintbrush because I totally forgot to use my embossing buddy on this. So I'm just going to remove some of those stray pieces of embossing powder. And I'm going to heat up my tool gun. And I like to actually start on the back side to really get the embossing powder heated so it doesn't just blow right off the front of my card. So I'm just going to heat that up, and then I'm going to come right back to the front and watch that stuff melt. I love watching it melt. Oh, it's like the piece de resistance. I'm going to clear everything out of the way, and this card is basically done, you guys. Now, I really wish I could have shown you guys how I colored that adorable image live here on YouTube, but I kind of got ahead of myself, and I really wanted to share with you guys how to make a cute background for your holiday cards. So I'm just going to figure out the placement of where I want my little sentiment to go, and then I'm going to just cut it on a diagonal. Just going to get rid of that piece, and then you guys know me, I love me some foam tape. So I'm just going to grab a piece, and we're going to pop up the sentiment, and we're also going to pop up that little wedge. I want to thank you guys for being patient with me. I know it's been about 3 weeks since I had up a video. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I will be back at it more consistently. I am having my studio redesigned, and hopefully everything will be completed in a short amount of time, and I'll be back to making videos. But don't forget, you guys can find me over on Periscope. I'm almost over there daily, giving my little rants and coloring and sharing crafty little tips over there. So don't forget to follow me on Periscope. Alrighty, that, you guys, is going to finish up the card for today. I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to add one more touch because you guys know me. I love to have a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this here is one of the sparkle pens from Crafter's Companion or Spectrum Noir. It's one of the little glitter pens. So I'm going to add just a little bit of sparkle, just on some key pieces right there on the little heart on the little witch. Her dress, of course, has to have some sparkle on it, as well as her little shoes and the ribbon around the top of her hat. This little girl is from, I think it's called the Rascal line. Again, I'll put it down in the description box. But these little images are so much fun to color. Absolutely too adorable. All right, that is it, you guys. Have a fantastic Halloween, and I will see you guys back here soon. Take care. Bye-bye.